Something a little bit different today instead of the usual Call of Duty nonsense. Today I'm doing a video review of this custom lightsaber that I bought from a site called Sabers. Really good site, really nice guy that runs it. We'll get onto that in a little bit. But for the start of this, let's see what you get in the box. So you get a charger, a little Allen key, and the saber itself. So what we've got here is a custom made saber using various parts that I believe are usually obtained via JQ Sabers, but I could be wrong. I believe it's all aluminium, and it consists of 6 sections essentially. So we've got the pommel, the hilt, the switch area, a couple of extensions, and the emitter as well. We've also got the blade, obviously, and this is a 36-inch blade in here. Heavy walled, I believe, for dueling, so that's going to be the main purpose of this lightsaber for me. So the overall length of the lightsaber is 13 inches roughly, and it's about 1.5 inches wide at the widest point. For comparison, I have a Black Series Obi-Wan lightsaber here. And as you can see, it's about 2 inches longer than that. There is a reason for it. I am just over 6 foot and I've got quite a long reach, and for that I needed a slightly longer saber to be able to use comfortably. One of the more interesting parts of this saber is here. So as you can see, I chose an extension with some slots in it, but that created a problem that we needed to get electronics to the LED up here. So Sai came back with a couple of designs, and what we went with was a insert with the wires wrapped around it. I went for that because of the design was really nicely set out by Sai, and I felt it was a bit reminiscent of Kylo Ren's lightsaber in the latest Star Wars films. What we've got here is just a basic saber, no sound. We've got a brass insert in the pommel there. You can see no holes to let any sound out. We've got a basic LED switch with a kill plug as well. So let's take that plug out and switch it on. And hopefully you can see that's a nice Guardian blue. I think I'll close off the room and get some pictures of it in the dark so you can really see the colours come through it. And what I've also got there is a red LED switch as well. This saber is really nice. It's really well weighted, and also because it was to my own design, there's no sticky outy bits to get in the way when you're using it. One of the problems that I have with Obi-Wan's saber, not that you really use this for dueling, it's not really designed for that, but one of the problems with this is that when you're wielding it, these bits tend to get in the way and you're constantly knocking that switch on and off, which is pretty annoying. And also the pommel as well, when you're controlling, when you're using it two-handed, pommel down here, these square bits really get in the way, and that's super annoying. But as you can see with this, doesn't have any of that. I've kept it nice and straight to make it easy to wield. Yeah, so as I say, this came from a site called Size Custom Sabers. There's a link in the description below. It's really good. It's got a lightsaber designer on it, so you go through it and you choose all the different parts that you want. Literally every little part. So pommel, hilt, the switch area, whether it has a kill plug or not, whether it has a CoverTech clip, sound, the emitter there, and obviously the blade colour as well. And then send that off to Si, and then he comes back and he checks all the design with you, goes over any bits that need clarification. Certainly with my one, when I was designing it, I hadn't really thought about this whole electronics part bit here, but he came back with a couple of designs which I will add into this video in a second. And I decided on the one that we've gone with here of the round copper insert. There was also one with wires up the side, which I felt didn't look quite as good. Anyway, we clarified that, sent it back to Si, and then he put everything together. The one problem that we had, obviously, during lockdown and the COVID pandemic, parts were really hard to get hold of, and it took quite a while to get this together, but that was no fault on the part of Si himself. And where he was really good was with his communication. Whenever I sent him a message just to chase up where we were, which wasn't that often, about once a month maybe, he came back within a day, let me know exactly what the situation was and where we were. And then in the last week, when we finally got all the parts in, he sent a video showing it all built, making sure that I was all happy with it before final payment was made, and he got it posted out for next day delivery. Came packaged really nicely, absolutely no danger of it getting damaged in transit. It was so well packed. I can't recommend it enough. So, all in all, give him a shout, put your lightsaber together, get him to build it. You won't be disappointed at all. And that's it for this video. Do the usual thing with liking and subscribing. And we'll probably go back to Call of Duty shortly. Checking lights. Checking dog.